When John D. was 4, we realized when he was in preschool that there was something not quite right. And so we did some research and some due diligence and figured out that UT had an excellent program. They were on the cutting edge because they are a teaching university. And so we came here to UT Speech and Hearing to check his ears and found out that he was moderate to severely deaf. I sort of reeled backwards when they told me, because we didn't realize that, and we're a fairly smart family and we're shocked at that diagnosis, but thankful, because then we knew what was wrong. I found them to be really efficient and kind. At UT here, they concentrate on what your child can do and on making the list of things your child can't do as small as possible. So that was very reassuring to me and my husband, who had no family history of deafness and had really no experience with hearing loss, that they were able to give us resources, and they set us up with a speech pathologist so our son could speak more clearly, and got him the best hearing aids possible.
The real first thing that really struck me was in the waiting room. They have a loud air conditioner, but when I walked in, the birds were singing and the air conditioner was on, and I couldn't hear that. I walked out with my hearing aids on, and I heard the air conditioner and the birds for the first time in my entire life.
How are you performing now in school?
I'd say I'm doing pretty well. Let's see, last report card, not a grade under A.
Wow, straight A's.
Straight A's, yes.
I remember the day they called me to tell me that there was a new kind of hearing aid, and we brought John D. in, and they put the hearing aids on, and it compresses the frequency of the letter S. And my son had never heard the letter S. And when she put the hearing aids on him and did this, he went. And my husband and I were almost in tears, because to realize that your child doesn't hear a noise that everybody else takes for granted. And the whole way home he refused to take the hearing aids off, even though usually when a child first gets hearing aids it's very overwhelming, especially when you don't find out they're deaf until they're 4. And he just was in the back seat of the car just looking around and, what's this sound, what's that sound? And when he was little and had to have heart surgery, the EKG nurse gave me a long sheet of paper, and I drew this snake on it because we were sitting around waiting for tests. And he called him Saps the snake, but it was Aps the snake. And the whole way home in the car, it was Snaps the snake.
It was amazing to actually hear s and s and s, oh, for the first time, since I'd never heard those 3 letters.
And that was just a great thing, to know that your child can hear something that other children have been hearing since they were born.
We did speech therapy mainly, pronouncing TH and S and F and distinguishing between them. I wasn't very happy about doing it, but now that I look back, it was probably the thing that made me, one of the things that made me capable of holding a conversation that's sustained.
I think the best thing about child hearing services is that they are efficient, they're very kind, and they are on the cutting edge or the leading edge of everything that's new in speech and hearing. And I really appreciate that. The hearing aids that my son got that compress the letter S, you know, we probably wouldn't have known about that for a good while, but we knew fairly quickly, because they knew what he couldn't hear, and they called me when they found out there was something that we could do about that.